Back at it with another YouTube video. In today's video, we're doing Let's Talk About Robocop, the Reboot movie, our 2014 film. Now, we're not talking about the originals in this, just in case you were wondering. So yeah, I'm trying to branch out into more movie kind of reviews slash talking about it, and not so much. I'm still gonna be talking about Marvel, Star Wars, DC, sports sometimes, whatever. As I'm trying to further this channel to be more of a pop culture channel and not just those things you just mentioned. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing mostly for movie reviews and stuff. I'm probably gonna do them based on stuff that's not free to me, but is available to me, like on Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, those kind of things. Uh, so yeah, I personally, I have a confession to make. I've never watched the original RoboCop movies, and I still haven't watched them. I'm trying to. I just watched a reboot today. So if I say something wrong about it, my apologies. Yeah. Now, yeah, let's just get into this. I was pretty familiar with RoboCop. Like I know his backstory. I know he was like a cop that got like damaged, or he was like near death, and then he basically turned into a cyborg. And now he's like a RoboCop. It's a pretty not easy. Like it's a pretty kind of not generic idea, but it doesn't take like a genius to take that idea. But the way they pull it off is really good. Um, and yeah. Um, Again, I haven't really watched the originals, like the '80s one and late '90s. I've heard that the first one's good, and I don't know about the other two. I'm gonna take a guess. Personally, I watch things open-minded, so I don't really pay attention to critics and stuff. I do it open-minded, uh, just like I did with this movie, because I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. Didn't know what to expect with this. I wasn't sure if I would like it or not. But it was, even though it got like really bad reviews and it most people would consider it terrible, I still somewhat like it. For me, I think there's always a stigma of reboots are always bad and they're not good. I think a lot of people think that. That's why this movie gets a lot of like it gets put down so much. It's because um, people just think reboots are not very good and they'll never live up to the originals. And I'm gonna say this once again. I'm an open-minded person. Like I will not do that ever. I at least try not to do that. But yeah, who knows? Maybe my opinion might change in once I watch the other three. Or at least the other one. The first one at least. Uh, yeah, I kind of thought this similar to The Predator, for example, because I actually recently watched it as well. Uh, yeah, I thought this was kind of the similar case. But again, I still have to watch the other couple from before, but that's a topic for a different video. Right now we're talking about RoboCop, but yeah, I believe his name is Joe Kinnaman or something like that. I think he played a really well role in this. Uh, Sorry, Joel, not Joe. Sorry, Joel Kinnaman played. I think he played a really good job. He kind of mixed it up with a bit of like, uh, just like a tough guy mixed with kind of guy who's hesitant at, of course, like doing everything he's told and being a robot. Because technically, this character is pretty hard to play. Um, I'm not too familiar what happens in the other movies. Again, so I don't know if he's playing it well. In my opinion, I think he played him well, but In some people's opinion might be different than mine, which is not everyone's gonna have the same opinion. Um, I wouldn't. Another thing is the villain is kind of messed up. I think that's also another reason. I didn't really like. That's the thing I didn't like. I didn't like the villain. Um, like it was kind of hard to understand who the villain was. Was it the guy who tried to kill Alex Alex Murphy, or was it Raymond Sellers? Like I don't know who the villain was. I didn't understand. Um, it was very complicated to think that because Raymond Sellers didn't even really make like a villain role. Sure, he might have been a bad guy, but not every like. I'm being jerk kind of guy. Like not like a villain, like a jerk kind of guy. Like we don't say classify as a jerk a villain just because they're a jerk. I don't think that's really the way. I mean, he was about to kill his family, but he wasn't like hostage situation that doing that. He was just more of like he's like I would kill them whatever. I found that kind of strange. Another thing, another flaw I think it has is honestly didn't understand really the story too much. I mean, it follows the origin kind of thing, but yeah, I didn't understand really much of what Samuel L. Jackson's role was. I kind of think of his role as more of like a do the right thing, where he doesn't even really have much of an impact. He's just there, talking. Because if you ever watch that movie, you'll notice his character is more of just he's on the radio and he's not really doing much in the movie. Like he doesn't have an impact or anything. So I thought that was a little bit interesting. But definitely another flaw. I feel like they used the character of Jack Lewis, Alex Murphy's partner. I felt like they used him kind of stupidly. Like he got shot. I don't even know if he died or not, but he got. I can't remember if he died, but he got shot like twice, and you thought he died, which is so stupid. I dislike that so much. Because you see at the front, he got shot, and everyone's like, he's dead. He's got to be dead. It would make perfect sense for him to die here. And then you realize, he's he's alive. He's just perfectly fine after a week, which does not make any sense. Yeah, so that happens. And then we see him get shot again in kind of the same kind of moment, and that was a stupid move. So yeah, I didn't really like that as well. But the action scenes were really well done. I really liked it. I like when he was like fighting like the robots and stuff. That was cool. Um, the suit looks really good. I really like the suit, especially with the visor on. It looks awesome. Uh, yeah, I also like how they kind of showed that he could be taking damage. Um, because once again, he kind of seems indestructible, but really he is. Which I thought was really cool. Uh, yeah, I also it's an off kind of off topic question here, but it stays on topic, but it's off from the movie review. Is what the hell would you classify RoboCop as? Like, do you classify him as an anti-hero, kind of like a superhero, or just a cop with a bodysuit on? Obviously it's not a suit, but like, yeah. Uh, yeah. So that's that's what I think he's more of like an. I don't think he really kills anybody, but yeah, I think he's more of like a cop kind of character. I don't think he's a superhero. The motorcycle. Another thing is the motorcycle. It's all right. I feel like sometimes in the movie he was on the motorcycle for too long, and it kind of made. There's a few parts where he's on the motorcycle for literally 2 minutes of movie time, which was you could have injected another action scene in that. It would have been much better. But yeah. Uh, the next thing I guess we'll talk about is probably the sequels because yeah, apparently it's supposed to get a reboot called Robocop Returns. I'm not too clear on what this is. It's supposed to like connect with the original. I really don't understand what their game plan is with that. Even if Joel Kinnaman's coming back for it. Yeah, but I'm kind of interested to see what happens here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. After watching this RoboCop movie, it wasn't making me crave a sequel or I want to see what's happening next. It didn't really leave on a cliffhanger. It left more on just kind of end of wrapping up a story. Because that's what I felt when I was watching this movie. I was just like, I think this is wrapping up a story here. Um, the yeah, my final verdict out of 10 would probably I'll give this movie give it a 6.5 out of 10. Um, Definitely some bad stuff. I think the bad stuff overweighs it. Not really. This cool suit and stuff. I think that kind of overweighs the bad stuff, at least in my opinion. That the CGI was actually pretty well for. I mean, this came out in 2014. It wasn't too bad, but it was pretty good CGI. I must say that. Yeah. Other than that, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.